Hi guys, Dorota International nail artist and educator here, and today I have prepared an absolutely amazing set of the nails for you. Have a preview of them in here. I love how they turn out, and we've got so much going on in here, like some ombre, flowers, and even a French as well. I hope you really like to learn this design, so let's start. This design is actually pretty easy to achieve, even if it looks hard, and I will show you step by step. I really love it, to be honest. So we are going to use spiky blue 237, and I love those blue and pink combination. It looks absolutely amazing. Straight away I'm just going to paint all those nails, and you can see it. I'm even not holding the tips properly. It is so easy to do it, and that's kind of way I would apply it on the client as well. With this difference around the cuticle area, I will want to go a bit neater. And then the pink on the bottom, and then on my like back form I have sponges, and the one we have used in here was this one, so let me peel it away. And I like to keep it on the form because it removes all the fluff which you might have it. The colors I have chosen are very, very pigmented, and that means a one layer is absolutely perfect. Even guys, even if you're doing it on the client's nails and the base color is just a natural nail or is a color of the gel, it would still work, and I have done it on the clients numerous of times. Okay, then we are gonna cure it. So one layer, absolutely perfectly enough. You just kind of tab it with the sponge up and down. So you create also a purple in the middle, up and down. And also you massage it in as well to get rid of any air bubbles. This way you get it smoother results. Okay, and sometimes I have to do it like 2-3 layers. For this design, one layer is perfectly fine. And also probably the color choice I have picked helped me achieve this look as well, because they are very highly pigmented. They are also available on our website, which is listed in the description of this video. Okay, our next step is to grab a rose gold transfer foil, and I'm just gonna cut a small piece of it. And what is great that I'm just gonna have a almost no inhibition layer on my ombre, and I'm gonna use this almost no inhibition layer just to transfer my foil. Okay, I want to keep some places empty, and I wanted it to be pretty messy, just so I've got some sparkle showing through it. Like really easy. So I'm touching very gentle first, because I don't know how my transfer foil will take it. On the sides I can have it more, not a big deal, but in the middle part I don't want to put too much. And then the last tip, there we are. I think that's plenty. Next step, so we want to use the transfer foil gel glue, and I want to apply it almost on the entire nail, so we'll leave it kind of almost like a French space empty. Thin layer, and then we are gonna cure it. The curing time for this gel is about 30 seconds. That will give you insane results, like even without of trying, it will transfer amazing after 30 seconds cure. And then this one. I had dilemma. I always wanted to make this design even more complicated, but then I thought, no, that's enough. It looks still nice, so just let's stick with that. Now I've got some transfer foil with the flowers, and what I'm gonna do it is I will just cut them out a little bit like this. And I can grab my first tip. So on my first tip, I want to go these flowers here. And basically you just rub them into the tip. Working with the transfer foil on the client nails is actually much easier than on those tips, because they keep moving. But then once you have rubbed this in, you can just peel the transfer foil off and your flowers will stay in. Okay, I can take another one. And here I want to go for those ones like this. It will be just much easier for me if I cut it here and then wrap this in. We could actually do layers of those flowers by applying the top coat and going over it. I think that will look even better. Then I actually can transfer one more in here. Let's maybe do... No, I need to find some cutouts. So I want to do this one. There we are. So this one, I want to put it there. And then with leftovers, we are gonna add more flowers into some spaces, especially into this one here. I definitely want one more flower there, and I choose the purple one. Pretty risky because I have touched this transfer foil gel so many times, but I'm just gonna try it, even if it will work like as a half flower. No, I didn't. Okay, I need to reapply the transfer foil gel. Give it slightest cook. And these ones are ready. So for the next step, I need to apply the top coat over it. You could not, but because we have applied the transfer foil gel and as in some places, it will disturb us to paint the French manicure. So I do really want to apply the top coat. This one is ready, so I'm just going to transfer this flower again. It did took in some places, so I'm just kind of trying to match it. There we are. And we've got a purple one. Top coated. I have bended my tip. Cure it. I love this one so much. Actually, I maybe do something on the 2 fingers only. Okay, the first one is ready. So I'm just gonna grab buffer and give it a couple scratches to it. It will just make my life easier painting the French, because as you can see it, like we had those places where we applied the transfer foil gel and it wouldn't be an even surface and painting on uneven surface, especially the French manicure, would be really, really tricky. And also I feel like the more layers we've got in this type of design, the prettier it becomes. Let's buff this one. You can see it, the jump in there. And then the last one. So a quick buff. This tip doesn't like me, I think. It just doesn't behave. Okay, that's all them buff. Remove the dust from them. You could not necessarily even do the French manicure. I just feel like it looks different. So I'm just gonna grab it, our French gel, and then paint a French manicure. Because the French manicure is really thin, I'm just using the D-liner brush and I'm trying to pick up the same height of the smile line, like on the both sides. I actually need always something to work out my brush, just to make sure it's nice and it behaves. Okay, this one is lower, so I need to lift it up. Then V-shape. So I'm just drawing a V-shape. See, and even with the top coat and above surface, I had a little bit on unevenness here. So if I wouldn't top coat it, it would be extremely difficult. Now, when I'm painting those V-shape, I'm trying to find like a middle. Then once the V-shape is done, I tend to color in the free edge. I personally don't like to use the D-liner brush for a French if it's quite large French, because it is just too time consuming. But for a thin one, it works perfect. And I think it's even, I would say it's even easier. Now I need to fill up this gap with the gel. And now we are just working on our smile line. So I tend to just connect the things. And then color it in. Took it. That's a middle finger. See, like, honestly, do not try, guys, paint it a French without of buffing and reapplying the top coat after the transfer foil gel. You can see it. I had some ups and downs, and that makes my life really difficult, even after buffing it. Maybe because I didn't do it properly and quickly in the camera. Okay, find my middle. And then join the things together. So I'm reshaping my brush just so it's sharper and I've got less product over it. And then just joining the things together. I quite liked it, the way that this brush gives me a pretty crisp smile line. Like I can make it quite nice and sharp. But this part, the coloring in part, is just so time consuming. So quite often I would use two brushes just to speed up the things. Grab the free edge. And then cure it. And then the last one. So honestly, the biggest mistake you could do it is paint on uneven surface when it comes to the French manicure. And I think that's a basics, and I don't know why I didn't buff it longer. Those V-shape. This one is actually pretty decent buff, and I do not have any bumps, so it should look the best. Color it in. Find my middle. Got it. So I usually want to join those places to my middle, so I can kind of see it where I should carve my French. And do not try to paint it with the tip only. You want to use like as much of your brush as possible. It's just easier to do it that way. And then color it in. Get this French sorted. Obviously, the longer I would play, the more perfect it would be, but that's will do. Let's cook it. And then we are gonna go, see, that's the jumps, and you can see it. It looks pretty jaggy, and the fault was me not buffing it correctly. Same when I'm doing on a client a French manicure, I would always check how it looks like from this point, and if there is any ups and downs on your nail shape, it will really show in a French manicure too. So for a French, always make sure you've got things right to perfection. Okay, this one. I mean, top coat does smooth it a little bit. I'm kind of feeling, Patrick, what do you think? Should we add something else or just keep them the way they are and just think of the next design with more layered look?
I think it's enough for this one. I have a few ideas which one you can do, but...
Oh, even you've got some ideas after watching it? Cool. Yeah. We are gonna then finish...
Add small crystal, or you can paint on the French the small... how it's called in English? Biedronka.
Ah, the ladybird. Okay, crystals or ladybird. I would put some like on very simple spring flowers. I actually wanted to do it like, you know, the flowers with the dotting tool, like very delicate. We could just add them like on the one side, or... But yeah, it looks pretty rich. Or what else we could do it? We could sugar some parts of it, like go with the white French gel, just add finishing detail and sugar it. Yeah, I think it will go, because then we would have so many different things going on this set. But I definitely, guys, I mean, if you want, of course, I definitely can do more of those layered looks for you, because I love them. Like, I think they look so amazing, and they look quite difficult, but they aren't really as difficult. Oh, typical me, I have touched my top coat. I got too excited, and yeah, definitely we could add some sparkle through it. But I like how the transfer foil is showing through in some places. I think it looks pretty interesting, the rose gold one. Anyway, let's see them in a full set, because that always looks even prettier. So I've got, this is a size 5, so it should be as a ring finger probably. That's the one which I have touched. It just needs a couple seconds longer. That will be our index finger. I love it. I love this set. Let me know, guys, your thoughts, and let me know if you want to see more of this layered kind of look with different things used, because we have done quite a lot. We've got transfer foil going on here, French and ombre. So that's how it looks when it's finished. Really nice pastel-y look. And I hope, guys, you have really enjoyed this tutorial. Sending you huge glittery hugs, and I'm seeing you in the next one. Bye!